What's good, YouTube? It's of course Leviathan Prophecy, and today's video is about my New York Giants. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing. I do need to get more Giants gear. It was between. I was gonna buy a Giants jersey or a Giants hoodie, but it was between the Knicks jersey and actually I bought this from Toomey. I bought this from Toomey. Toomey got some good stuff, but sometimes I don't like their production. I don't like their service because I had ordered something on there and then they freaking took it to the wrong address. But I clarified. I called them and they said that, yeah, shipping, like buying stuff, it might take some time to get to you, or if not, then, like, because they're truck drivers, some of them don't know how to speak English. They're not Americans. So, you can either get it from the UPS or, they have their own truck, whatever. But anyways, but yeah, so basically, this is all I have, to be honest with you. I had the hat, but obviously, I had to throw it away because what was the point of keeping it? The lighting was the only one. The lighting was the only thing that was keeping the hat together. For me. You know, but when that went out, it's like, what's the point of having it? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, so my New York Giants and the draft is coming up next. And, well, not coming up next, but coming up in a couple of days. Okay, so this is the thing, right? I don't want to get a receiver. I really don't. I think we could get a receiver in the second round, get a quarterback, get a receiver, and then the rest, just fill up your roster. Just fill up your roster with holes. If you need extra offensive linemen, defensive tackle, whatever. You know, be smart. You know, cause boy, if we didn't learn anything from the Odell Beckham Jr. experience, I don't know what I don't know what to tell y'all. You know, like, I'm not saying that I dislike it, Odell. But I think he could have handled the situation or handled New York differently. Eli Manning handled New York differently. Michael Strahan handled New York differently. Lawrence Taylor handled New York differently. Hakeem, like, you go on and on and on. They had no off the field issues. Well, obviously, Lawrence Taylor with the drugs and stuff, but it is what it is. Um, but other than that, Odell didn't know how to handle New York, and he imploded. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, Malik Neighbors. I mean, coming out of LSU, and I know LSU players because I'm a huge LSU fan from let me see 2005 up until now. We were supposed to get Chad Jones. If y'all remember Chad Jones, who got into that horrendous car accident, he never got to fulfill his NFL career because the doctors told him that he could never play football again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's doing now, but you know, he got his life. He got his NFL dreams shattered. Because when we had picked him, he was supposed to be one of those hybrid safeties. You know what I'm saying? Ruben Rando, we took a flyer on, didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Odell Beckham Jr., did he work out? Not really. He didn't really do too much. Outside of winning not MVP, Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year, and after that, his career just derailed. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, put everybody under the bus. bashed Eli. It's like he was just a ticking time bomb. So we had to get him out of here. I have put my all into Daniel Jones. He's just not it. You can obviously tell. You've been watching football. The American public has been watching football for a very long time to understand what's a quarterback, what takes to be a quarterback if you have it. It took Eli Manning a couple of years, you know. Obviously his rookie year wasn't really so great, but obviously he got better over the years. Daniel Jones, no. And you telling me that he's gonna come back from surgery? We don't know how he's going to be. Yes, we did get Andrew Luck, but it's Andrew Luck. Like, come on, man. I'm like, we were better off with Tyrod Taylor. At least he knows the system. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was asking for more money. I don't know. And now you have another quarterback that has to learn the whole new offense again. That's the sucky part about bringing players in because they have to relearn. They have to relearn everything that you're going to teach them. You know what I'm saying? But we have got to draft a quarterback. We have got to draft a quarterback. We let Tyrod Taylor walk. We didn't resign Danny DeVito. Let me see. We signed Andrew Luck. We still got Daniel Jones for the next 2 years? Actually, 3 years, because he has to serve the next two. Yeah, he signed a 4-year, so he has to serve the next 2 years. So that's 24, 25, and then he's eligible for no. Yeah, I think he's gonna be a free agent in 2025, I believe. So we can't trade him, can't cut him. Otherwise, it's going to go against our cap, and we can be in cap hell. And we don't want that. So, we just got to draft a quarterback. I'm sorry. A wide receiver can only do so much. You saw what we had when we had Odell. Got hurt for the first 4 games, missed all training camp, preseason. I'm not saying that Malik Neighbors is Odell, but when you draft those high level end receivers from those top schools, they don't necessarily pan out the way you hoped. You know what I'm saying? Because usually wide receivers from like small school. Like think about Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald didn't come from a big school. You know what I'm saying? Who else didn't come from a big school? Like, come on, man. I mean, this notion about, we have got to get the number one. Like, having a number one receiver don't mean you're going to win it all or your team is going to be this and that. Like, look at Julio Jones. Look at Randy Moss. Like, high-level production, high-level talent. Didn't win a darn thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it just takes a kid from a small school, like when we had Hakeem Nicks, Mario Manningham, Steve Smith, we won the Super Bowl with all of them. Obviously, Mario Manningham coming from Michigan, Hakeem Nicks, North Carolina, who I'm also a fan of. I'm also a huge Carolina Panthers, not Panthers, huge Carolina Tar Heel fan. And then Steve Smith coming out of USC Trojans. Not the big schools, but just the mid-tier teams or the mid-tier, schools. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Actually, I do know. Because history will repeat itself. I'm not saying that Malik Neighbors is going to miss the first 4 games of the regular season. I'm not going to say he's going to be he's going to miss all training camp and preseason. But what I'm telling you is we are not gonna get far. You know? Like, yeah, we making all these big splashes for what? For what? The NFL knows that we're not good. That's the thing. Like, the NFL controls everything, you know? Like, they pick and choose who do they want more TV time. What team do they want more on TV time? You're going to see the not the Cardinals, you're going to see the Cowboys more on TV. You're going to see the Eagles. You're going to see the Chiefs. You're going to see the Ravens. You're going to see the 49ers. And where are we going to be? Nowhere. You know, we might probably get at least 2 primetime games because that's probably going to be, you know, recommended, you know. We might probably get a Thursday night game, a Sunday night game, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, look at when we had Odell Beckham Jr. We were on TV 4 times. We had twice the Monday night games, twice the Thursday night games. We had 1 Sunday night game, and that was it. Saquon Barkley, star, probably had 3 primetime games. Now we have nobody. So the Giants are, I'm not going to say the Giants are going to be a laughing stock. But I think the Giants are not where they're supposed to be right now. Because the Giants have holes in their teams. You know, like I see a lot of Giant content creators doing all these predictions and mock drafts, and like, your job is just to boo and cheer. That's it. Like, ain't nobody paying you to do extra fucking homework and shit. Ain't nobody doing that crap. You know, I don't even do it now. I used to do it, but I don't even do it no more, you know, because it's pointless, you know. Like, the Giants are not giving me 12K, 13K, the minimum to do fucking homework, you know. Like, my job as a fan is just to sit there, soak it up, whether they win, lose, in the tie, which I think the NFL's next step is to eliminate ties, because, like, I mean, I understand why they do it, because they don't want the game to drag out long, you know? Like, whatever happened to sudden death, you know, like, do you remember when NFL had sudden death? They don't even have that no more, you know? Or just take the college route. Do what the college do, you know? When it's overtime, whoever scores at the goal line wins. You don't even have to drive the length down the field. They start at the goal line, and then boom, each team get 1 possession each. And if one team scores and the other team don't, boom, it's over. You know? But the NFL want to keep ties. Like, ties doesn't do anything. But anyways, that's a different story for another day. But the Giants have to draft a quarterback. I'm telling you. If the Giants do not draft a quarterback, we're going to regret it for the next 10 years, 5 years. Because it sets you back. You know, now you have to deal with now you're going to have to deal with a broken, injured Daniel Jones for the next 2 years. You don't want that. We damn sure know Locke is not going to carry us. Even though Hofstadter did back in the 80s, but come on, man. That's a different time period. You know. But the Giants got to draft a quarterback. They do. Either trade up. I mean, y'all don't even got that much draft picks, to be honest with you. I mean, y'all had 2 second-rounders. Y'all took that and gave it to the Seahawks for Burns. Y'all overpaid for Burns. Like, I'm not even going to... The Giants making my head hurt. They really are. They're trying to be the 2016 draft. Or they're trying to be the 2016 New York Giants all over again. Bad on offense, but super good on defense, right? Even though we won 11 games that way, but still it showed in the playoffs. The Giants, that team quit. We lost what 38-13. That team quit. Go back. That team quit. The reason why that team quit was because they was giving effort. They was giving their all from the jump. From the jump, they was giving their all. And what did the offense do? Yeah. Eli Manning was red hot as always, right? Eli Manning was red hot as always, throwing dimes. What was Victor Cruz, Odell, Sterling Shepard was doing, dropping them. But who caught the only touchdown was a seventh string receiver called King. That's sad. Your seventh string caught a damn touchdown. So all this talk, all Malik Neighbors is damn a receiver. Because like I said, y'all could have just kept those 2 second draft picks, draft a quarterback, right? First round, right? Because one of those quarterbacks are going to fall to you. Whether it's McCarthy, Drake, probably is going to be McCarthy. If McCarthy falls down, which I think him and Nixon is probably going to drop down even further, take him. Let him play in preseason, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But let him sit behind Daniel Jones. Even though Daniel Jones haven't really done nothing except to win that one playoff game. But other than that, he hasn't really done anything. I guess you would have to carve. I guess they would have to carve their own legacy, you know. But yeah, like I said, man, the Giants have to do the right thing. Drafting a receiver, what is that really going to accomplish? Is that really going to benefit the team, or is it going to really benefit the player? Because a wide receiver is a me position. It's all about him. Don't matter how many yards, touchdowns. It's a collective group effort. Defense, offense, special teams all have to play a part of it. Prime example, Odell Beckham Jr. again, drafted 12th. Why did he fall all the way to 12th? Obviously, injury history, inconsistency, wasn't the, I don't know, man. It's just all coming back, Because you could probably say, well, when the Atlanta Falcons traded to get Julio Jones, that panned out. That worked. Yes, it did work. Why? Because they had a defense to back it up. They had a good running game, solid passing game. He came into a very good situation around 2011. He came into a very good situation in 2011. And that team just got better year after year after year after year after year. It was always Julio, Brown, Beckham, Hopkins, and that one cat, I forgot his name, Watkins. Every single year was those 5. And then Watkins slowly decreased or slowly, just went out the picture. So it was just Odell, Brown, Hopkins, and Jones. It was just always those 4 around 2014 through 2017, I would probably say, But again, look at the teams that were better. The Giants was not better, but because Odell Beckham Jr. was so box office, they couldn't help not to put the Giants on primetime TV. Now, like I said before, you're going to see the Giants less on primetime TV. They're going to get the basic channel, okay? They're going to get the basic channel. They're going to get one of each primetime game. They're not going to get 3, 4, like I said, the teams that probably going to get more is the teams that I mentioned, the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bills. You know what I'm saying? So the Texans probably. But the Giants got to get their quarterback, man. They got to. And in their second round, because they only got 6 draft picks anyways. I mean, I think they traded their 7th for somebody else. I don't know. They didn't really get anything back from Xavier McKinney. They didn't get anything back for Saquon Barkley. I thought they was probably get at least 2 draft picks, but no, you know. But the Giants got to get a quarterback, and in the second round, just get a receiver. He don't, like I said, he don't got to be a number one. There is no number one receiver. They all play by committee. They all play for one another. There's no, because the thing about having a number one receiver is that it hurts your team. You know, it really hurts your team. It's called the superstar syndrome. If you don't know what a superstar syndrome is, look it up. You know, like when Melo left my Knicks, we got better, significantly better. When Ewing left the Knicks, remember that 1999 playoffs? He was hurt. He was out for the season with a fractured tibia or whatever he had. As an 8th seed, we knocked off the number 1 seed, Miami Heat. And we went all the way to the finals, even though, yes, we lost. But everybody was shocked because nobody expected the Knicks to do anything, you know? So, superstar syndrome is real. I didn't believe it at first, but, you know, again, you see, Julius Randle was obviously the star of that team. He's out. We got significantly better. We're moving the ball. We're passing the ball. We're shooting. We're playing defense. But with him, it's like everything is just like stuck with isolation. You know, with him, it is like isolation. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of, you know, handicaps us a little. You know what I'm saying? Like when, like when, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but when Jalen Brunson scores at least 40 plus points or more, we win. If he scores less than that, we lose. So Brunson is probably going to have to ramp it up each and every level, each and every playoff series. He's going to have to score 40. He's going to have to score 40 because he's the only star on that team. And that's why I think my Knicks will suffocate and submit. Because when you don't have the total package like a Denver Nuggets have, it shows. But anyways, but yeah, my Giants have to draft a quarterback. It's a must. I don't want to I know Malik Neighbors is good, but he can only do so much. He can't play defense. He can't play on the defensive end. The only thing he could control is himself. Okay? We've seen that from Odell Beckham Jr. Missed the 4 games, came back around week 5, I believe, against the Falcons, scored his first touchdown. And then after that, Victor Cruz went down, and then he just took off, you know? Finished with a 7-9 record. While he won Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year, we were sitting at home, you know? Prime example, Barkley won Rookie of the Year, right? Did he make the Giants any better? No, because we were already garbage, you know? So the Giants finished with a 6-11 or 6-12 record. So, I mean, again, Victor Cruz never won Rookie of the Year, but you know what? He contributed. He was a workhorse. He didn't complain. I'm not saying Barkley didn't complain, but I mean, Hakeem Nicks, first round pick, didn't win Rookie of the Year. He was hurt consistently. Broke out in 2010. He still holds the most touchdowns in playoff and not playoff, but in Giants history, in Giants playoff history. He has 4 touchdowns that has yet to be broken. So Mario Manningham, shifty, quick dude, you know? Manning to Manningham connection. And there was a lot of great players that came from Michigan, you know? Him, Tom Brady, Mario Manningham, Tom Brady, or Charles Woodson, or Rob Woodson, one of those two. I think it's Charles Woodson. So there was a lot of great players that came from Michigan, you know? So, you know, again, everybody's downing JJ. Hey, I'm not saying that he's going to become the next Tom Brady just because he went to Michigan. But you know what? Michigan knows how to develop their players. There's certain colleges that knows how to develop their players, and there's colleges that don't. You know, you look at Alabama. Yeah, their players might be nice in the college level, but they struggle big time. They struggle a lot. You know, like I remember when my Giants traded down to get Landon Collins. It was a great pickup. You know, he produced his rookie year, and after that, he just got hurt, and he just wasn't himself anymore. You know, and then after that, his career just derailed. You know, Evan Neal, he was great in college. Comes here, he's a total mess. But again, Andrew Thomas had the same struggle out of Georgia. He flipped it around. Players develop faster than others. You know, like name a rookie past or present that came into the league and just took the league by storm. You know, primetime Deion Sanders, Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White. You know, but there was a few of them that obviously struggled. You know, so I'll be live during the draft. Because right now I'm in a situation. The landlord has sold the house, so if I don't upload, not now, but we we're gonna hear. I mean, we have to hear from him to see what he says. But he did give up. The house is for sale. He already sold it, so yeah. So that's why I haven't really been, you know, uploading that much. You know, all I did was just shorts, because I do need to get my shorts up. So so like I said, if I don't if I don't do videos, then I'll do at least 10 shorts a day, so I can, you know, at least reach my goal. So like, comment, subscribe. Giants, please do the right thing. Please do the right thing. I don't want to sit in front of the TV and it says with this number 6 pick, the New York Giants select Malik Neighbors. I'm going to get hot. And I'm not the type of person to get mad, but when you make the same mistake twice, it's like, what the F are you doing? You know? You got an injured quarterback. You don't even know if Daniel Jones is going to play the whole 18 games. And the NFL just added another game to the calendar. Like the NFL just added another game to the calendar. So instead of 17 weeks, it's going to be 18 weeks. Do you think Daniel Jones is going to last 18 weeks? I think he got hurt week 5 or week 4 against the Raiders. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to play in preseason. He's not going to be in any voluntary OTAs, nothing. You know, because they want to make him as protective as always. But then again, you risk it because, you know, when you being overprotective, that's when shit really goes bad, you know? Just, you know, let him play at least one preseason game. Just one drive. Just one snap and just take him out. See how he is. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to overprotect him, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, the Giants just have to do the right thing. Because there's a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. A lot of quarterbacks in this draft, and you're like the thing is you definitely don't know what these quarterbacks are going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. You know, like if you go back and look at that 2012 draft class, it was either RG3 or it was RG3 and Andrew Luck. You know, or if you go back and look at that 2014 draft class with Beckham, Mike, who should we should have drafted Mike Evans. But then again, like I said, the Giants were stupid enough because they fell for Odell Beckham Jr. I don't like short receivers. If you're 6 foot, I don't like short receivers. They don't do nothing for me. They really don't. You know, they don't play the game like a tall receiver would. You know, the only thing a short receiver can do for you is obviously give you a lot of separation space. They have good hands. That's why you see most of them in the slot. You won't like you won't put Randy Moss in the slot. You'll put Wes Welker. You'll pick one of your quickest guys to be in the slot. Cause being in a slot is like being in traffic. It's like vroom, 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 vroom. You know what I'm saying? So you put your best speedy receiver on the slot. So cause the slot you could do so many routes. You know, you could do a dig, you could do a cut, you could do a you know what I'm saying? But when you in the slot, when you outside, it's just basically verticals down the field, you know what I'm saying? So but that's the only thing they're good for. But like I said, I don't want to sit in front of the TV and then hear the Giants select Malik Neighbors. I'm gonna get pissed off because I don't want a fucking receiver. I really don't. You know, I think the Giants can work well with what they got. They could get some in a supplemental draft. I don't know if they still do those. They did get I believe they just signed Boykin from the Ravens. So they're just adding more to the receiving core. So we don't really need receivers because he's gonna be so far down the depth chart. It's gonna be crazy, you know. Now I don't know if he's gonna get the Odell Beckham Jr. special treatment, but you know, hopefully he can stay healthy because that's a knock on all these receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't stay healthy. You know, always have thigh muscles and hamstring muscles and shit, and you know what I'm saying. Like as polished as they are, they do come with baggage. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, if the Giants don't pick a receiver